everyone, Joe here from ActionX. Welcome to What's in the Tuber. Welcome back. If this is your third season 6 of third, I'm a little rusty here, guys, because it's been 3 weeks. I'm still very rusty. I'm still not used to it, if that makes sense. Welcome to your third season 6 episode review here for The Rookie. Happy 101. Okay, it's over. Actually, what's funny is that when they were shooting the behind the scenes for this episode, they actually wrote in 101 in the Rookie logo. I think they just took the left hand side of the E and they just made that into like a gold 1 again, which was amusing. But I'm like, you know what, all good jokes come to an end. Maybe down the road we'll find a way to fit those numbers again, but right now not really. This week on The Rookie, we're again back to normal. You know, the wedding's over, fun times are over. That was a lot of fun, but you know, it's time to get back to it, time to get back to work, everyone, except Noah and Bailey, who are off on their honeymoon. But you already know it ain't gonna be a traditional honeymoon for them. Let's just be completely honest there. Honestly, just to cut it straightforward, I thought this was just a very fun episode. Period. You really kind of already are setting the expectations a little bit high because like, you're coming from the 100 episode. Like all your resources are kind of being made to like make that episode stand out a lot. There's like your follow up the next week is kind of like, you know, you kind of got something to work against. I remember when Arrow did its 100 episode, which was ironically during the crossover during that year. It was kind of like, you know, yeah, like here it is, we're back. It's like it's not the same. It's not a critique per se. It's just like my personal like biasm of like, yeah, like the episode after 100 is kind of like, did we really like? Okay, we're getting back to normal, but at the same time, it's like, you know, the celebrations are over. That kind of makes sense. I'm a weird person like that, where like, you know, I'm immediately like, once the celebration period's over, I kind of immediately just want to get back to it, get back to work. And in this case, they did. But overall speaking, this was just a very, you know, another good episode of the show. I think right now in season 6, it's the weakness because, again, you're coming from the premiere of the 100 episodes. So, of course, by comparison, this isn't going to be like, you know, something grandiose. This was just a very fun, serviceable episodes. The 6 were, you know, as again interesting as it can be, you know. I just feel sorry Nolan and Bailey can not get a proper vacation. So hoping maybe in 5 years from now they'll do a redo and it'll just be the same old shit again. But you know, trying to enjoy it as we can. But the other characters definitely had more of a bit of a focus this week. Definitely kind of feels like they're trying to like get things a little bit more adequate to like, you know, to cover the rest of the season. Of course, we still got that mysterious person who's not mentioned in this episode, so don't worry about that. But but anyway, with that all being said, let's go for the Butcher recap and talk about this week's episode of The Rookie. So we begin, Nolan and Bailey have arrived on their very private island somewhere USA, considering the fact everyone speaks English here. So are they in Florida? Are they, you have like guesses as good as mine. They're somewhere of a honeymoon destination. It's not an expensive locale. Again, you know, you're operating off an EMT and a police officer's salary in LA, while also having to pay a mortgage and having just come off a wedding. This probably seemed like a serviceable in between for a vacation. But again, it's not about the quality of the vacation. It's about the quality of the time you spend together. And also, whenever my future wife yells at me for like, why do we go to Walt Disney World instead of going to like the Bahamas or anything, you know, tropical like that? I will remember I remember these words. Sadly, their villa is not quite adequate to what they were hoping to get. Apparently, the owner has admitted he has used AI to generate the images so that it embodies the spirit of what the villa is supposed to be, not what the actual villa looks like. Again, there's a difference, if that makes sort of sense. But again, Nolan and Bailey being the more optimistic people of the group, more being that, not like the pacifist side, but they're kind of like, you know, they're willing to work with what they got. And they're like, you know what? This isn't going to stop our vacation at all. We're going to enjoy it the best we can. Nolan bought out an entire camera equipment kit because, and again, they're dropping it now. Me, apparently, Bailey just thought like, are we going to do an OnlyFans on this vacation? Which I'm like, well, kid you not, you know, I'm not even going to touch that topic. I'm not even going to touch that. They're just trying to enjoy, but like, you know, just things keep going wrong. And the creepiest thing is that they're off at the beach. They're just trying to get the look of the layout of their, you know, new tropical resort-ish kind of area. And they see this mysterious guy on the rocks, not too far away. He's got bandages wrapped up like Hush from the Batman comics. And I'm just like, yeah, these two literally cannot take a break anywhere they can go. Not absolutely at all. Back in LA, some things are happening. Aaron is feeling it from his rejection from Selena. And it wasn't a verbal asking her out and she rejects him politely. It's more like he kissed her, she pulled back, and she dipped him. So, yeah, like, again, folks, this is one of those things that, from my experience in life, there's got to be a moment, both sides have to have like this awkward stare at each other's lips and then go for it. I'm pretty sure Aaron did not do that, but doesn't matter. Aaron fucked up. Now he and Selena are kind of in a bit of a weird, awkward zone where like they're not talking to each other. And obviously, of course, because like, you kissed your friend that didn't really like you like that. So how do you kind of go back for how do you retrace the steps? His therapist is doing the best she can to help him out. But at the same time, this isn't like something that he really has trauma for. This is just like, this is a situation that could be solved by talking to her, which I'm like, thank you. Thank you. You may have prevented us from having an entire maybe 3-4 episodes worth of awkward silence, which is a lot the most shows do back when I was younger with the whole, this sort of thing. Seriously, some people actually like they do a kiss and then they spend half a season just not addressing it and then just talking about it in an offhand. I'm really going far on a tangent here. Chen is studying for her detective's exam. It's finally approaching. She's still worried that the guy that supposedly she has some beef with her. I completely forgot about that. Again, when I eventually go back to watch season 4 or 5, maybe I'll remember my memory tank. Who the heck really knows about that? And she's of course worried because like, she's trying to be a perfectionist on the written exam. It's just the oral exam that's really going to kind of, screw her up down the road speaking. So she's kind of worrying about that. Tim, of course, still got some, stakes in like her not being a detective, but of course he's trying to be the best supportive partner he can be by just saying, just be yourself. You already know enough about the material. That's all you can really do. Just try not to go over the top because sometimes over the top doesn't work. This is Chen we're talking about, so we obviously know what's going to happen here. Then we cut back over to Aaron. Aaron's just, arriving at the station, right, to start another mundane day of office work. Juarez manages to pass by him, and he's trying to, like, make like nothing really happen. And his response is like, I got you a laptop, which I'm like, dude, no. First of all, my dude, you don't just... Gifts don't work in this situation. It just seems like you're trying to be desperate to fix it. And you're not. You are not a man who has to be desperate. You are a very good-looking man. You can get mostly everyone you want, her not included, sadly. But still, this is not the way to approach it. You can't just buy off like, hey, we're gonna be friends again right now. And Selena's like, no, we're good. I don't need it. It's fine. I just need to get to work. So, that's kind of just how the way they're feeling it over there. Chen is being schooled by Smithy. Just a couple more, flashcards before the exam. And I forgot to say Smithy. Very, very unfortunate Smithy was not part of the 100 episode spectacular. Very bummed out about that. Like, of all the characters you didn't bring into the show, you don't bring in Smithy for episode 100. That's a critique. That's a major critique right there. Yes, but he's just like, listen, this written exam stuff ain't gonna matter. What you need to do is kiss up to the guy. Kiss up to him. And, even though Chen baked cookies, which I'm like, I would have preferred those homemade cookies, but you give it to a guy who throws it to the trash. That's a damn shame. But in this case, Smithy's like, you gotta find a way to like, get in on his good favor. Then you'll get to shoot up higher on the list. But still, and I'm like, Chen, please don't listen to this man. This man literally lives in a trailer outside in the parking lot. So please do not listen to this man. Meanwhile, who is getting it listening to is Juarez, who both Gray, Harper, and Bradford are about to lay into her because, her actions in the last episode, while they were no, she kind of went rogue because she's still in probationary period. She needed at least her TO or at least another superior officer around her before conducting this thing. Thank God everything worked out and she's all right. But at the same time, it's like, well, we can't ignore the elephant in the room. You broke code. You went off on your own. Thankfully, she's not getting penalized too hard, but they are just advising her, yes, considering the circumstances, all right, well, there won't be any leniency per se, but they're still like, we can't really let this slide. We really can't. So they're gonna be watching her more closely, like a hawk. Harper sadly is being pulled back to detective work today, so Bradford gets to be the honor of making her his boot for the day. And I'm just like, Does Bradford even work for Metro anymore? Because like I don't know nothing about the terminology for the police, but like we had a whole like mini subplot in the last season where like he was kind of making bros and bras with the Metro folks, and we haven't really seen him at all with them this season. Not really anything at all. It's just been like, I mean, yeah, we had the premiere, we had like this episode, and I'm like, episode 100, so like there wasn't that much room. I'm like, I thought the whole point of him being not on duty anymore was that just so he can like, you know, do the Metro stuff. And I know Metro's like called upon like, you know, for the very severe incident. So I guess there hasn't been a severe incident in a while, which I'm like, I don't believe that, but still, this is my thinking right there. But you know, Bradford's just, you know, is going to be his RTO for the day. So whoop-de-doo. He recruits Chen along because, you know, just for trying to get her mind off things. And again, Bradford has the authority now that he's sergeant level, so he can do that. Yeah, then we have I go over to the island. You know, they're getting some breakfast. You know, getting their grub on. Very pitiful sandwich. Which again, whenever I go on my honeymoon, wherever that may be, there's only one caveat. I need an all-you-can-eat buffet. That's literally the only caveat. I could be anywhere in the world. I could be on a cruise. I could be in upstate New York. I don't care. I need an all-you-can-eat inclusive meal. That's all I require in my life. I'm a very simple man. I don't really cater much to the whole, maybe you'll call me boring, but the thing is that for me, food is my passion. Next to a lot of things I do in my life, food is my passion. So if you're offering me unlimited food, I will go to your place. That's literally just the very low bar that I need from anyone to like, you know, get me to sign up for their resort honeymoon destination, whatever the hell they're promoting. And sadly, Nolan, being the person he is, the person we love so much, he wants to at least talk to the guy, the bandage dude, and at least, you know, kind of like just figure out what his deal is, you know. And I'm like, Nolan, you have a very beautiful wife in front of you. You have a whole honeymoon to do things with her. You know, explore, you know, go in the water, go on a hike, make love in the bed. You want to talk to this guy, the guy with the bandages? Like, you know, you're on a honeymoon, just enjoy yourself. And once again, in a way, Nolan kind of like backfired everything on him again. He goes to talk to him. Nothing really came out of that. Apparently this guy was attacked in a dog accident. So he had to do some cosmetic surgery. Again, is the story fishy? It is. But again, you know, they're on their honeymoon, so they got no choice but to just, you know, explore may well be. They go kayaking. It doesn't really go as entirely smooth as possible. After that, they get some Z's and they end up oversleeping. But in the meantime, since they got the camera set up, they were watching the angle from them sleeping out to the glass doors that's going out the front of the property, and that guy's watching them, which I'm like, that is really, really creepy. First of all, that's really, really creepy. Those moments, like literally, my heart can tolerate a lot of things, but if there's a masked man in front of my window, and keep in mind, windows are not windows unless you got the most expensive bulletproof window. Your windows ain't gonna do shit. A good punch in the right force, it's gonna knock it down pretty easily. So I have no kudos to that. They wake up the next morning, they look at the footage, and they're like, "Yeah, we need to get off this island now." And they ask the housekeeper, "Where is when is the next ferry coming out of here?" And she's just like, "We don't know." The schedule's literally like, we get lucky to get one ferry out of here. Like, you're guaranteed to get out of here. You're not guaranteed to leave. No, you're guaranteed to get here, but you're not guaranteed to leave out here. Which I'm like, damn. So they kind of have no choice, but like, you know what? It's only a few more days. We'll make the most of it. You know, we'll just ignore Bandage Dude for as long as we can. And they try exploring their time. They try exploring their limited time away from their duties. And the first thing to do is go to the beach, and they immediately find a dead body, which I'm just like, yeah, these two just can't get a break. They really cannot. They notified the manager. The manager's just like, well, it's probably, you know, the shore. Someone got drunk, went out swimming, got caught in the currents. It happens sometimes, which I'm just like, I don't think so, but you know what? Whatever you say, bro. No one's got no choice. He's like, well, we got no guns. We got no backup. So Might as well call in Lopez and Harper, see if they can make the trip out here, see if they can, provide us some backup. Nolan gives them a call. And again, like, of the randomest things of, like, how do we involve Harper and Lopez this week? Oh, let's just, like, have a murder mystery, have them fly out all the way to this island just so they can participate in the scene. And I'm just like, yeah, that's TV for you. That they literally find a way to tie everyone in. Literally, that's how they do it. Like, the most weirdest ways to get someone involved into a plot point, they'll make it happen. They get the approval from Gray, who's just like, yeah, there's no way you're going to get the funding for this trip. This hypothetical trip, like, no one would already be coming back from his honeymoon if he survives this entire thing. So you ain't getting reimbursed from the department. And Lopez is like, I got Wesley's trust fund, which I'm just like, God damn it. Y'all taking some sweet advantage of that trust fund, you know that. So they head out over there. At the same time, while they're heading out there, Nolan and Bailey tried to do their own investigative work, trying to look into the body, trying to look into the guy. I think his name is Paul, or what his name is. When they search his cabin, they do find a gun there, and thankfully Nolan manages to stuff some dirt in there, so it can cause a jam when he fires it, if the case ever comes that he has to do so. Yeah, so they do that. They try to escape, but sadly, I think the jig is up. I don't think they have enough time left on this island. So they say, you know what? The next island from here is 3 hours away, which I'm just like speaking, where the hell are you by this point? Like, I'm just curious for my own knowledge. Where are you in this world that to warrant all this? And so they say, we're to kayak over there. They head out over there. The kayaks are broken, which I'm just like, hilarious. It's just like perfect timing for Nolan and Bailey to be in the middle of the situation. So they head back to their room. They're just like, okay, if we just hold out here for backup, we should be fine. And then they look at the cameras. It's the owner's daughter, bleeding, just running around. Which I'm just like, oh no, no, Nolan, please do not do what I think you're gonna do. And he does. See, he does do the thing. And Nolan and the camera that was watching that angle outside also gets corrupted. So Bailey goes out there trying to find him, and she also gets knocked out. Which I'm just like, at least bring a chair or something. God forbid I'm ever in that situation. I'm just like, I'm gonna look all the time, like 360, like I mean, I could go 360 here, but I'm like the Funko wall is like blocking me over. Thankfully, Harper and Lopez arrive on the island. They're just like, this could take hours, even days, to figure out where the hell they are. They hear immediately a scream. Conveniently speaking, they hear a scream, and I'm like, are there no other like? Where are the rest of the guests? I at least saw one other party at that breakfast hall. Well, that sham of a breakfast hall at the beginning of the episode. So, like, where the hell are all those guests? So I'm like, they look around. They head back over to their villa. They find the camera footage. And which still has a camera in the dude's house. So I'm like, okay, we got to get over there right now and figure out. And this guy didn't even notice there was a camera in his house, in his villa. Dumbass. So they run over there. Nolan's trying to, delay as much as possible. It's not really working. It turns out this guy's motivation wasn't really even to kill anyone here. Apparently, he had a girlfriend that he accidentally killed, so he had cosmetic surgery done to start a new life, and he was on the island while he was recovering. And obviously, that didn't really go so well, so to speak, to be honest with you. So, yeah, but they got no other choice. Now he's gonna kill all of them. The dad's already dead, sadly, which I'm like, damn, that was not a good judge of character. He literally was just like immediately like, I keep saying like a lot this episode. I do apologize for that. So they're trying to delay it. Lopez and Harper are trying to find them. They're finding no luck in this. Eventually, he gets to the gunpoint moment where he shoots Bailey, but thankfully the gun jams up, so he gets hurt himself. Dylan uses his opportunity to break free from his restraint, fight the dude. Thankfully, gets him taken down. At the same time, Lopez and Harper show up as well. So the day is saved. Everything's all right. Bailey's all right. Everyone's okay except the dad, which I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the end of the very bootleg AI villa community. I think this is the end of this vacation destination. Back over in California, very standard, kind of quietish ride for Tim being a TO. Very quiet, mostly speaking. Chen decides to use this rare opportunity to kind of talk to Juarez, see what's going on between her and Aaron. Nothing's really going on. Selena's about to get into it. And Bradford is like, no girl talk. Nothing of that sort in my car. Just because I'm outnumbered does not mean I'm going to be, used like this. That's absolutely off the case as right now. They get a call in for a shoplifter. They head over to this convenience store. They find a guy, bleeding, got like, minor concussion, just stealing a bunch of medical equipment for some whatever reason besides the cut on his face. He's not really entirely 100%, there, to be honest with you. He's kind of like, just phasing in and out. So definitely he has amnesia of some sort. But Bradford's just not really buying it. He's just like, you know what, we're going to take you in, you can tell it to the officers back at the station. But however, when they're cuffing him up and they're about to put him in the car, he throws up in Selena's boots. And I'm just like, oh, Selena, this has just not been your day. This has just not been your day whatsoever. They take over to the hospital. At the same time, Gray's wife has actually started a new job at the hospital as well. So I guess we got a new point of contact at the hospital, which will allow her to have more scenes. Because I think she was very lackluster in terms of her appearance in season 5. So definitely they can write her into more stuff now that she's prevalent at the hospital if they choose to do so. They don't have an idea on their John Doe yet. The guy literally is just an amnesia case. No priors, nothing in their system. They go talk to the dude. He claims to be a spy who's just like, oh, we were sticking out something for North Korea. So like we were in a specific area. And I guess that's how I got amnesia, which I'm like, dude, you're just a horrible liar from start to finish, to be honest with you. Again, Bradford cuts it short. It's just like, there's no real evidence here. There's probably some idiot just trying to get some attention whatsoever. Jensen's like, nah, like, I feel like there's something more here. Like, let's at least look into it a little bit more, which I'm like, okay, we got nothing else to do. And they leave poor Juarez up behind, at the hospital. But there is a good scene between Juarez and Gray's wife where, she's trying to get an update on Aaron via her. And she's just like, again, it's awkward. It's really awkward to, have a kiss like that and just expect to go back to normal. It's not that easy. And she's just like, and yes, I understand that, but have you talked to Aaron about this? Because again, communication, very key to figuring out all your problems. So I'm just saying, like, this could be very easily remedied if you just talk to him. So we're back at the station. She does talk to him, and she just points and says, yeah, look, that kiss was awkward. I don't feel... Like, I feel like we could get back to normal, but it's going to take some time. So I think we need to keep our distance for a while. And, that's the sucky moment when anything is like, there's no definite timetable on that. Like, everyone's different. Could be a day, could be a week, could be a month, could be a year. Like, and you could still not reach the same emotions you were with that person before. It is that difficult. The day's over. We cut to the next morning. Bradford lets Chen sleep in a little bit on her day off. Sadly, however, Chen has her exam that day, and they moved up the time slot, so now she's like, damn, she's super late. She runs over there. However, again, prejudice for prejudice sake, Chen is not the first one on call. She's going to be the last one on call. And by the time she even gets up to her turn to do the oral exam, the guy's just like, look, you're the last one. We're trying to, wrap it up now, get back home quick and sound, so let's just get to it. Immediately rips her apart. She's like the incident from like 2 weeks ago, from when, no, not 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago? Last week? Was it last week? I don't think it was last week. I think it was, no, it was 2 weeks ago. It was the premiere. Yeah, he hasn't forgotten about that, and, that he's just basically trying to undermine her, and it works. She gets the exam result, and she passed, but she's number 17. So if you don't remember from season 1, that means that when there is a position open up, she will be at least in that new list, the 17th to be considered for that position. So that means if the other 16 people say no, or they don't qualify, then she will get asked. But it's still not a guarantee. But however, detective slots are very rare. They don't open up that much. So that could also mean just like she never may be a detective at this point. Which again, Chen, you're still in your first 3 years of an officer. Like, you have many more years to go. It's not like, oh my God, I need to be a detective tomorrow, which I'm like, bro, just relax. The show goes on there 5 years, you'll be fine. I'm pretty sure you'll be detective someday. Meanwhile, Bradford and Selena wrap up the other guy case. Apparently, while the guy did have fake credentials on him, because he had a name tag in front of him, it turns out that the same area that they were around was Koreatown, which had a diamond depository nearby. So they presume he was trying to rob from there. So They head over there. They find everything. It's a match. Yeah, he was going to rob there, and I guess he fucked up. However, there's a guy in the wall, which I'm like, okay. Again, sure, a guy on the wall. They break it open. The guy's like, oh my God, I've been stuck here for days. I had to drink my pee. But at least I'm all right, which I'm like, dude, no one's just going to like come up and say like, yeah, I drank my pee to survive, which I'm like, nah, dude, nah. But yeah, no, yeah, so it's all well that ends well. Selena and Eric kind of get back into it. They're kind of like feeling the flow again of their friendship again. It's not a easy solution, not an easy, segue back in, but it is definitely a we're getting there sort of thing. It is a very much, we will get there eventually, but just slowly but surely. Then we have Bradford giving Chen a little congratulatory gift, even though she didn't get the #1 spot. She still passed. That's still kind of a win. And, again, there's many more years to come for her career. There's still going to be many opportunities to come. It's not over there. Harper and Lopez, even though they're just coming back from their tropical mission, apparently because of just how the jurisdictions worked and everything and their involvement, they would have to come back to testify. So technically part 2, and Grace is like, yeah, nah, immediately already not going to happen. Shot that shit down right away. And then finally we have Nolan and Bailey deciding to like make the most of their rest of their honeymoon, decided to make a tropical resort in the comforts of their own home, which I'm just like, yeah, vacationing from home is not the worst thing in the world, but I'm just like, you could do better than that. You could do better. But that was it for this week's episode of The Rookie. Again, I enjoyed it a lot. The comedy factor was back, up to its usual standards. I loved it. I really, really did. Sorry if I sound so stiff today. I am literally running on 6 hours of sleep. I've been up since 6:30 in the morning. It is currently now 10:30 at night while I'm recording this, so... yeah, so I'm a little under. I do apologize. It's not that I'm not having my over enthusiastic for The Rookie. I still thought this was a very hilarious episode as usual. I really like the fact that the Selena and Aaron, like, they didn't immediately resolve it, but they're just like, you know what? Communication is key. Communication can definitely make things a little bit more passable. Nolan and Bailey just can't get a break as always, but it was a very fun, serviceable honeymoon episode for them. Now they'll be going back to normal next time we come back in a few weeks. And Bradford and Chen, kind of back on the ship. They still got some things to figure out, but, Chen now kind of having her detective dreams kind of derailed for the moment. Could definitely like kind of realign things a little bit more so right now, so that's definitely plus to see. But overall speaking, I still thought this was a very nice episode of The Rookie. Another great one for the books. I'm giving this episode 2 thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this week's episode of The Rookie. I would love to hear your comments down below, as always. But I believe that's going to do it for me today, everyone. So I don't know what this has been. What's this here from ActionX, reviewing every episode in the 6th season of The Rookie. If you want to know what we're doing normally, what's this do besides our Rookie episode reviews, just a little PSA. We are going to be on break for a few weeks. Not planned. The show just like, you know what, let's take a break here and then like, kind of like, catch up on some episodes before we kind of have like a big binge. So a little bit of a break for me. So I'm like, even though I just came back after 9 months away, we're 3 weeks in, like, oh man, I need a break. But no way, we're not going away. You'll still get new episodes in the next few weeks. We got Avatar, the Last Airbender, Season 1 Netflix series review out next week. The week after that, I think you'll be getting the apps after the theater for our next movie. I believe I can announce it will be Transformers, Rise of the Beast. And then after that, before or after Rookie comes back, I think it'll be after, Walker. We're getting back up for the next season of Walker, so we'll be doing a complete first season definitive edition for that season in terms of a review. So that states that point. But if you don't care about The Rookie, we'll be back in 3 weeks. So again, I apologize, but there's a lot of things to do while this time is away. Catch up on some shows. I'm doing the same thing as well. I'm doing Brooklyn Nine-Nine right now, which is a lot of fun. Maybe I'll do a quick impressions on that in the future, but we'll see how that all goes. But again, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Like, favorite, share if you want to. Ring that bell and follow us on social media. But until we see each other again, for all you members of the Rookie Nation out there, thank you so much for watching. But until next time, see you in 3 weeks. Stay safe out there. Be good to each other. And as always, peace out.